Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today we're looking at groundwater information sheet from the State Water Resources Control Board Division of Water Quality. And this is going to give you all the information you need to know about mercury and some interesting facts as well. So we know the constituent of concern is mercury, which is inorganic. This means mercury that's coming from industrial activities such as mining, manufacturing, and some of the synonyms are quicksilver, liquid silver, and hydrogerum. They also have the chemical formula, which is Hg, and they have the summary, which is the current state and federal maximum containment levels, or MCL, for inorganic mercury is 2 micrograms per liter. Mercury occurs as a native metal or is bound to other elements and minerals. Common sources of mercury include discharges from metal processing, the incineration of coal, medical or other waste, and the mining of gold and mercury ores. These are the inorganic ways it gets into the water. Yes, there are organic ways, but inorganic ways are more harmful. Based on the SWRCB data from 2007 to 2017, 16 active and standby public water supply wells, 9,201 wells sampled, had at least one detection of mercury above the MCL. Mercury levels above MCL in public groundwater sources were primarily found in Kern, 4 wells, Los Angeles, 3 wells, and Napa, 2 wells. Counties with a maximum concentration of 94.4 grams in Monterey County. Now, some forms of mercury. Mercury is a naturally rock and deposits as a native element. So it is native. That being said, inorganic mercury is not, and bound to other elements and minerals. Mercury in these forms are referred to as inorganic mercury. Under certain conditions, inorganic mercury may combine with 1 carbon, 3 hydrogen atoms, CH3, which is referred to as methyl group, creating methyl mercury. Mercury that has combined with at least one such methyl group is referred to as both methyl mercury and organic mercury. The federal and state MCL for mercury is 2 liters. Inorganic mercury, methyl mercury, can be more toxic than inorganic mercury. However, there is no federal or state MCL for methyl mercury. In 2000, the U.S. EPA promulgated water quality criteria for priority toxic pollutants in California's inland surface. Waters in California's Toxics Rule, CTR. The CTR has established the human health criteria for mercury that includes both organic and inorganic forms of mercury. Due to the toxicity of organic methyl mercury and its tendency to accumulate more quickly in fish and other animals, the CTR mercury human health criteria for consumption of water and organisms is lower than the established MCL for inorganic mercury. So we have the regulatory and water levels, which we can see here. The federal maximum containment level for the U.S. EPA. 2, we can see the state MCL. And the agency, 2, detection for purposes of reporting. You can also see this as 1, and public health goals 1.2, and the California Toxic Criteria Rule for consumption of water and organisms. We can see the information here. The number of active and standby public groundwater sources with mercury concentrations above 2, 16 out of 9,201 wells sampled, and countries with the most mercury detections. Kern, counties with the most mercury detections are Kern, Los Angeles, and Napa. We can also see the analytical test method, the detection limit, the known limitations to analytical methods, and the public drinking water testing requirements. Some natural sources as well, and that could be soil, water, air, plants, and animals. Also, elemental mercury can readily volatilize and enter the atmosphere. Anthropogenic sources, and that's 5,000 tons of mercury is released into the environment due to anthropogenic activities. In the United States, approximately contributes to about 3% of the world's total mercury emissions. And other anthropogenic sources of mercury to the environment include waste, byproducts from dentistry, historic mining, dental fillings consisting of approximately 50% of mercury widely used throughout the United States. You can also see other information here, as well as remediation and treatment technologies, precipitation, lime softening, absorption processes, membrane filtration, and the various health effects, as well as a map. So that is all the information you need on mercury in groundwater. So this is definitely still a problem, as we can see, and we can understand where it's coming from. So it's always a good idea to have your water periodically tested for any level of mercury.